All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, we're going to be doing Calm Classroom Professional Development 2. So what that means is that we are going to be talking about all Calm Classroom stuff. It should not take too long. There are going to be some interactive pieces, but I will explain those. So let's get started. Here's our agenda. The first thing we're going to do is a practice called Feeling the Breath, followed by a conversation of the survey. Implementation check-in, how are you doing? That's the first piece of our interaction. And the second piece of our interaction is the following self-care and reflection. So feeling the breath. We are going to practice feeling the breath. Sit up straight and comfortably in your chair. Rest your hands on your desk or in your lap. Close your eyes or leave them open. Feel your feet flat on the floor. Relax your shoulders back and down. Let your whole body be still. Breathe normally and relax. As you breathe in through your nose, notice the feeling of the air moving in. And as you breathe out through your nose, notice the feeling of the air moving out. If you become aware of any thoughts passing through your mind, let them float away and bring your attention back to the feeling of your breath. Now, take a deep breath in, hold, and exhale slowly. Notice how you feel. Open your eyes if they were closed. So, something with this, the line where it says, if you become aware of any thoughts passing through your mind, let them float away. Something you can do additionally with your students is set a timer. I would set a timer for about 2 minutes and ask them to count their breaths for the duration of the 2 minutes. However, if they ever have a thought that's not about counting their breath, so anything at all, tell them they have to start over with the counts. So, for example, if you're counting your breaths, you get to 10, and then you think of, oh, I left the garage door open this morning. Start your count back over. The time doesn't start over, just the count. So sometimes maybe if you're really distracted that morning and unfocused, you'd have 2 breaths that you got in a row before you had an intrusive thought or just a thought that was not about your breathing for the entire 2 minutes. This may not work with younger students as they may not get the purpose of acknowledging a thought, letting it go, and then restarting. So maybe in the upper elementary, but we could try any grade. Let me know if you want me to explain it further to you or do a demonstration with your class. You are going to have those kids who try to power through and get like 200 breaths just because they think it's a competition. So knowing that that's going to happen, be prepared to explain what you mean when you want to count your breaths slowly but start over if you have any thoughts. So let me know if you want any more explanation on that. I'd be happy to share. Our teacher survey, this will be sent out on Monday the 14th. I'm not sending out, the district does, and the deadline to complete it is by the 18th. So it will be about this professional development that we are having. This is Professional Development 2. It's a survey about your Calm Classroom, your experiences, and again, that's due on Friday, the 18th. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Our first interactive piece. All right, check-in. Share your comments under my post. That will be share a success story and a challenge or question. So the first question you're going to respond to is share a success story related to Calm Classroom. What has been going well for you? It doesn't have to be an elaborate success story. It could be that you got Johnny, who's always bouncing around in his chair, to listen for a half of a practice. Anything at all that makes you feel that Calm Classroom is making a difference for your students. And number two, a challenge or a question. It could be a challenge and a question related to Calm Classroom. What's not working for you? What do you need help brainstorming? What can we work on to help this, to help Calm Classroom be something powerful in your classroom? When you share, it's going to be a post underneath where this video is posted. So it's going to say check in, share your comments to this post. Question 1, share a success story. Question 2, share a challenge or a question. You do not have to rewrite the prompt in your response. You can just say 1, share, 2, share, and we should also get if it's a success or a challenge by reading your question. So it's not that big of a deal. You may comment on others. I encourage you to comment on others, but it's not required. Again, this will be on Teams in a separate post underneath this. Our second topic for today is about self-care of you, which is so important. If your glass is not full, how can you pour into others? So how can you take care of your students, your family, if you're not feeling the best? We are going to watch this video. It doesn't share in there. Okay, no worries. Let me just switch the screens to the YouTube video.
What are some of the ways that you practice self-care?
I don't. Oh boy, that's definitely a skill I need to get better at. Self-care is hard, especially in this profession. However, my focus has been to get outside more, do more engagement with our environment. Cranking up the tunes in the kitchen, cooking something delicious for my family.
There is more to life than just work, even if you really enjoy your career a lot, like we do.
I don't grade papers at home. I don't check my email very much at home, and I'm a better teacher when I have established healthy boundaries with work and leave work at work.
So one of the ways that I practice self-care is being able to say no. Sometimes you have to be able to take a step back and refresh before going on to that next project.
1-minute meditations. I just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and try not to think too much about what happens. And when I open my eyes, I feel much better.
Try to turn your brain off and let it be quiet sometimes.
Disconnecting from technology and distractions and spending time with the people that I love the most.
Before you assist others with the oxygen mask, assist yourself first. I like to exercise and be with my family, but yeah, assist yourself before assisting others.
I think it's really important to give myself the time to be creative. Even actually really digging in and researching is creative for me.
I play piano in the evenings. I read a book. I try to take time that is both being still and also being active.
Spending time in prayer, practicing yoga, or even spending time outdoors, like going boonie stomping around the jungles of Guam.
Fresh air and movement are key to restoring my sanity and perspective.
I get up before anybody in my family when it's still dark outside, and I go to the gym on some mornings, or I go just sit and have some quiet time to myself.
Or I am going for a walk, or I'm reading a book, or I'm taking a nap on the weekend.
I practice self-care by traveling. Sometimes it's good to get out of our bubble.
My best mode of self-care is to learn from my students. I've learned patience. I've learned empathy. I've learned the latest dance move.
To reach out to other teachers, share experiences, and have somebody to bounce ideas off of. It rejuvenates you and helps you reignite that passion for teaching.
All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. All right, here we go. So that was our Teacher of the Year 2020 self-care. We're going to learn some more about what self-care means and what the misconceptions are and what the realities are. So this is a document that you're going to receive. It's going to be with this post where you can open it and print it out, where you can write your journal prompts to. You can just save it. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. So this first misconception, I think, was written for me. This is what I thought it was. And kind of until I looked at this, that the realities kind of hit more where it's taking care of your mental, physical, and emotional health, whereas everything with self-care is about bubble baths, massages, and reading good books, where, yeah, it can be. That's going to help yourself recharge and feel good about yourself. But your self-care should be an intentional daily practice of taking care of your mental, physical, and emotional health. So take your time to read through this and to see what's going to work for you. So something that the script that they gave us says this about it. This year, we'll be exploring how we care for ourselves in and outside the classroom. The way we view self-care is shaped by our life experiences, our community, and larger society. Today, we'll reflect on our personal beliefs around self-care and how they impact our lives. So the first question you're going to answer, you can either write this down, you can print this paper out and write on it, or you can just think about it. What misconceptions about self-care play a role in your life, and how do they impact you? I think for a lot of people, if you go 3 down, committing your needs means you're neglecting others. Taking care of yourself does not mean you're neglecting others, because you need to be okay before you can help someone else be okay. Number 2, what mindset about self-care would you like to adopt? So think about what our realities are and what you would like to do more of in your life. And number 3, what is one self-care practice that you can do today? So that's going to be question number 3. We're going to go into more on this question page as well. This is our second and final discussion that we're going to have. Number 1 is, how can we encourage self-care among our staff and school community this year? Are we going to talk about it more? Are we going to make a purpose to ask about it? Maybe if you do your spirit buddy, ask them about what kind of self-care practices they would like to engage in, or give them ideas for self-care, or ask your teammates about it at your team lead meetings. Or what is one self-care practice that you can do today? So it's our third journal question that we're going to take as our second discussion post. So you're going to respond to these discussion posts in the post I post, a lot of words there, underneath this video. So the first discussion post that we had was about calm classroom implementation. And this is the second one about self-care. And I'm going to repost these questions. Again, you do not have to rewrite the prompt. You can just write 1, respond, 2, respond. You do not have to respond to somebody else. You are more than welcome to. I do encourage you to look at what other people wrote. What do they do that you think that you could adopt? Or what ideas can you elaborate on with your colleagues? So moving on, our closing practice. Feel your feet flat on the ground. Close your eyes or leave them open. Feel the air moving in and out of your nose. Wait 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in, hold, and exhale slowly. Notice how you feel. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you for listening to this. Props to all of our virtual teachers who do this every day. I struggled, so thank you. Props to you guys. I appreciate all of you, and your hard work, dedication, and kindness does not go unnoticed. I see it every day. It's amazing. And as always, do not hesitate to ask any questions you may have about anything we discussed about this today or anything else. All right. Thank you.